All right, folks, we are live. I started a couple minutes late there. Apologies. Usually I'm either probably 90% of the time I'm early, but I was just doing, I didn't quite finish it all, but doing a comparison video between the Tri-Fly and the Tour X. So I just need to put the final touches on it once I'm done with this. But we got Toast in the chat. Go Patriots, go 49ers, go Bears. Says crushing it. What's up, boys? Patriots, speaking of Patriots, they are playing in 45 minutes. So I just did kind of a testing video. I'm not 100% warmed up. It's 20. What are we up to? I came out, it was 27 point something. We're up to 30 degrees on the dot. So it's 30. You guys see that? It just went up because I'm holding it. 30.1. That's the humidity is 63% humidity. 30.1 degrees in terms of temperature. So one, it's cold out here. I want to play this quick, and I want to watch the Patriots hopefully win. But we are doing my league, the Hosel Rocket Golf League, for course I've really been liking. The other hoserocketto, I like to joke that he's an imposter and all that stuff, but honestly, he did an awesome job on this course, and I have really been enjoying it. So I set it up pretty easy, pretty big gimme circle. I probably need to get my putting line on there, but let's go ahead and load this up and hopefully play this in about 45 minutes. So we've got white tees at 62.46, 10-foot gimmies. That should speed things up as long as I don't hit wedges like a moron. Normal 11, calm winds, no elevation. Let's do it. No driver. I was just I'll see if I can get the video edited. It'll probably go public tomorrow. If I can get it edited, some of the members will see it early. I'll either do the video, have it go live either tomorrow or Tuesday. So I do like putting some of the videos out a little bit earlier for the members, just so I really appreciate the support. So you guys get something a little bit extra and you kind of get a sneak peek of stuff before I put it live. But you guys will be seeing that video as soon as the comparison video, especially people that have squares. I think Toast, you'll be interested in the performance of the two different balls there in terms of the max fly, but you'll be seeing that soon. Roasting in there, yeah, it's hot, huh? All right, let's see if we can play a little bit of speed golf here. These first couple driver swings will be interesting, but first hole here, par 5, 444 down 7. We'll hit the flyover where I grab my driver. Get these Tour X's back on the ground. Speedrun Golf, what's up, Gucci Golf? I was watching Gucci Golf last night playing a little bit. I was riding the stationary bike while I was watching. All right. Let's aim way up the right. That should draw and or hook from there. All right, more of a baby draw. Pretty low in the face, pretty spinny. Get out. Oh, well. That's what happens when you aim right for the duck hook and it doesn't quite duck hook. But 160 yards into a par 5 out of the rough. I think we're going to hit an 8-iron. This will take some spin off. 1.5 right. That should be fine. Playing the draw. Toey hit it decent though. Simmer. All right, we got an eagle putt. Would have rather, that wasn't necessarily a hard shot. Would have rather put that inside the circle and have a gimme eagle. But beggars can't be choosers. 11 stimp or 24. It's flat, but this thing's breaking a good amount. So we're probably looking up yonder. Cool if it goes. If not, we'll take the easy bird. I'm sure there's probably some pretty low scores. We'll take a look at the leaderboard here once we finish this hole. I think we're good. I was messing up, or not messing up stuff, but I was changing around stuff in terms of the recording the video, so I want to make sure everything's still on the screen the way it should be. 24, basically 25-foot putt. Decent run, easy birdie. Thought that had a chance there for a second. Caw-caw. All right, second hole, par 4, 342. Looked like the Patriots had a decent amount of players that weren't playing today. I don't know. I mean, they clinched a playoff spot. So I don't know if this is one of those games where it doesn't mean a ton. I'm not really sure in terms of the implications. They're playing the Jets, which aren't very good, but it's still the NFL. Well, I have to say, I don't know if this is one of those where, like, Mac Jones, they'll take him out at halftime kind of thing. I don't know if I'll be missing a lot anyways, but me and Crush both had a tough driving evening. Watched your live after my stream. Ongoing struggle. Can't birdie them all if. I guess we'll look at the leaderboard too. I mean, if JT Walsh played this, he probably shot like 20. BT Felt is 11. JT shot 10. Okay. Strong Design Studio is at 9. JT must have been playing left-handed or something. That's not going to be fun. That did not draw. Deepage. 99 out of the deep rough. This will be up to like 120. That's probably about a 110, 115 shot because it's going to have no spin out of here. But we will go pretty full approach wedge. $10,000 spin. That's the Torex right there. 115 would have been perfect, but got ourselves a putt for birdie. Go 12 under is the number. We'll see about that. Would have been better if I didn't spray that into the deep rough and actually hit that approach wedge the way I wanted to, but Christian, I told you the other day, but I know you said you have wiring and all that kind of stuff. I think it'd be very beneficial if you have stuff in your swing, no matter where it is, whether it's TVs or anything else, couches, anything that it's in the back of your mind that you're thinking about, like, well, I don't want to make sure I don't hit this. I think it's worthwhile spend the time to move stuff around so you can swing. I'm still kind of in a confined space too, so you can't swing necessarily 100% free compared to some people like maybe Flying Fat Kid in like a bigger kind of warehouse shop with like a ton of space. And even that, it's still not the same as outside. But if I was you, I would try to eliminate as much of that as I could just so you can get used to and start working on driver a little bit more, if that makes sense, to where you say, well, I could hit driver or just don't hit driver, like try to not hit anything on my follow through kind of thing. I think it's just worthwhile to eliminate as much of that stuff as you can. 19 up to 20. And I pulled it a touch, too much speed, and that wasn't enough break, but par. I think the video, I'm not 100% done. I need to do like one more thing to kind of wrap it up, but I think it'll be pretty interesting in terms of I was testing two things. I don't want to spoil it, but I was testing two main things in terms of the comparison between the Torex and the Tri-Fly. I think it'll be pretty telling. It was kind of what I expected, but there's a difference between kind of what you think is happening and what you feel versus like actually looking at the numbers to back it up. But I think it'll be a cool video for people that are contemplating maybe trying out a tri-fly ball. 1% chance I hit it. 1% is enough to not fully swing free in my head. Be out of excuses though. I hear you. Even if it's a low percentage, like basically, I mean, you're saying the same thing. I know you're kidding, but if that's even just that little bit of seed, like if that's just a thought in the back of your head where you know that's a possibility, I would remove that possibility if you could. It's just going to help you in the long run to where you can start maybe working on driver, doing some speed training stuff. You say you hit it much better outside. So you just want to try to match inside and outside as close as you can. Healy, it's fine though. Another one aimed a little too far right, but we've only got 38 out of the rough into a par 4, so could be worse. 38 upslope. We'll probably call it like a 40 pin, so we're looking for about 35, I think. $35. Caw. It's nice when you actually hit a number you're looking for and you actually do the math right or guess right. Smashed a light 30 minutes before streaming last night. It was bone rattling. Haven't used that light in years. Great chip, thanks. Yeah, part of the testing, I had those freaking tri-flies flying all over the place in here. Luckily, I didn't break anything, but it was pretty much every shot I had to like catch it and knock it down kind of thing. These Torexes definitely don't do that. All right, I think let's go. I'm not exactly at full pop here, but we're gonna go. Usually, if this was like a couple holes in, if this was back and I'd probably be hitting a 6-iron, but let's just go smooth. We'll go smooth 5-iron. We're looking for about that front number and let it run up there. Oh, I healed it. That's one that it's possible. Like I swung into out. Whether the square missed that or not, or that was one of those like one every couple hundred shots that was actually 0 RPMs a side spin, don't really know. Either way, not a very good shot. And this one crushing it. I think we may putt this. I know you would chip it. $44 up to $55. Try that. I mean, I like our chances. As long as I just hit it, I like our chances of getting in for a par. Well, it doesn't help when you pull at 1.2. That broke a ton. I have a tougher time figuring out the brakes on the uphill. I do a better job for whatever reason giving it that extra brake when it's downhill because I know it's going to brake more. For whatever reason in my head, I see a big uphill putt like that and I just think it's going to go straight, which it never does. All right. We're cruising through 4 holes, 2 under. That's left. Tried to get a little bit wider and deeper on the backswing. So ball speed was up a little bit, but that was way off the toe. 134. I think it's just a stock pitching wedge. We're looking for about 130. Move it over a little bit to the right. Oh, I thinned it. Go. It's going to be short. Dang it. those are the shots where that's not a hard shot. That's just a stock pitching, which I hit it like crap. But that should be like 7, 8 out of 10 times. That should just be inside the inner circle for an easy bird. And it was not. 23 up to 32, plus this 2.3 up. I forget, was Frank doing 1 foot per degree or something? I'll try that. So we'll give it like 34, 35 as a feel. I'm pulling them really bad. They're not even close to enough. Take the par though. With this setup and how wide open this course is, bogeys are kind of unacceptable. They should be all pretty much pars and birdies. Isn't that cheater line guaranteed 0.0? You're saying the this? I wish. That just helps it to where that was a negative 1.5. Just helps it to where I have a chance of hitting 0-0. Honestly, I'm not exactly super dialed in and concerned about these, but no. If you guys have any kind of overhead projection or something like this, it in fact does not guarantee a 0-0 putt. Far from it. And furthermore, if I was better at putting, I wouldn't even need it. So that's kind of like when people go to the like the pendulum, what is that called? I use the claw grip, which is even past standard, which sometimes you have issues. The those long putters, I forget what they're called. It's kind of these are one of those things where you only get one of these lines when you're struggling with putting. So you don't see a ton of really good putters that need it. Oh, geez. That was way better than it should have been. 3,200 spin on that. It's about as low on the face without completely topping it. Little escapee ball over here. 101 downhill. Looking for about 95-ish approach wedge. Broomstick, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, broomstick. Or sweeper so Lad doesn't get sued. Is broomstick, is that like trademarked? All right, 95. $93, get a bounce. Not bad, caw. That's kind of the goal of this. I was debating doing some auto putt. People seemed like they didn't want it, but the 10-foot gimmies, that's really what it should be. With that big of a gimme circle, it should just be kind of drive iron shot inside the circle. At least that's the goal. Not do a ton of putting. 7th hole, par 5. See if we can hit a drive a little bit better, maybe. Nope. Coming over the top, trying to hit it hard. That's just a low Healy pull draw. $234. Try a hybrid, let it run up. I was saying in the video, I was going to go inside and wrap it up, but honestly, I'll probably play this and then just do the finishing touches of that video that I have. I have some of the stuff pulled up. All right. Something in the neighborhood of about 220 should roll up there. 227, but I kind of yanked it. Man, I had the distance too. Not horrendous. Not great, not terrible. However, this spot in the bunker is not great. 16 yards uphill on a 5.2 downslope. I don't know if this is coming out of here. No, we're going to do it just because we tested it. We're going to go a little tri-fly action. Get a little extra VLA out of this thing. This is going to be our 50%. It's going to come out a little bit right, although this is going to get up in the air so much it won't matter, but more so the green's breaking that way. So 16.5 up to 17.5, and then we'll give it another 8. So 25. Land this probably about 20 in the air. Not 27. Kind of a gray area, though. I know you were joking about the cheating line. Kind of a gray area as well of switching balls mid-hole. But something like that. There's just no debating. Those shots are so easy to get out of that with the tri-fly compared to other balls. All right. Still a birdie putt after a not-so-hot wedge shot there. Try that. 13.5 down to 11.5. Push that one. Pushed it or into the cup. Caw. Par 3, 164. And I think it's just an 8-iron. Coming up the leaderboard. Take a low's 8 under. Triple bogey 7 under. I'm gonna try to start doing some more of people's leagues. I just half the time I don't even have time to do my own league. I find it tough trying to fit in between Crushing It's League, Take It Low's League, Triple Bogeys League. It's a lot of golf that needs to be played in a short amount of time between clubs, live streams, scrambles, TNT, videos. Got to go a little. Got to go a little. Get a bounce. Don't make me putt. Let's go. Caw. That birdie there probably picked up a stroke on the field. All right. Half-ish way there. 5 under through 8. 9th hole, par 4. It's always these kind of like quicker rounds where I say I don't overthink a lot of stuff, so I kind of just hit it. But it always makes me wonder. They seemingly go halfway decent in terms of score. But it always makes me wonder, like, all right, if I was actually taking my time, I wonder what I could actually shoot if I was like really trying to score. SGT par 3 auto putt tour has been fun lately. Dialing irons, getting warmed up. Yeah, I did that for a little bit. I think a couple of them with Big Dog. He likes doing those as well. We're blessed to play that much golf. I know. It's a double-edged sword, though. Vicious Vort Max. Double-edged sword. Don't get me wrong. Cold golf and 30-degree weather and that much golf. All that golf and cold golf is better than no golf. But then the way I explained it before, it turns into like you're looking forward to playing something versus you have so much that you want to play and get through. It almost turns into like almost a chore to where you're like, okay, I have to do this now and I have to do one after so I have time to do this the next day kind of thing. It's like turns it into like something you're looking forward to something that like if you want to get everything done, you kind of have to do it. That was hit a little bit better, still toey though. Stay in the fairway. Great problem to have, but it is a problem. Making so much content, that is. Yeah, I mean, the content is kind of just on top of it because I'm kind of just doing it while I'm playing it. But whether I was recording this or not, That's just, there's so many rounds to get in on a weekly basis that all get reset. So it's like every single rotating on 7 days, especially when people reset their leagues on different days. So you're like, okay, this resets on Wednesday, so I need to do this Tuesday, which means I need to do this Monday, and I need to do, like, you know what I mean? It kind of just all starts snowballing. But I agree. First world champagne problems. All right, 141 up 6 into the wind. I don't know. What's this heat map doing? I pulled out a 9, but I don't know if it gets there. Probably better off going. Yeah, I haven't been doing great on those choke down shots lately. We're just going to try to swing hard at a 9. Try to get it up to maybe 145, which has to be a really good strike. $140, go. It's got 9,000 spin on it. That's going to be short. All right. A little bit short, but it got there. Caw. 10th hole, par 5. Chugging along here. What time is it? 12:43. Patriots start in 17 minutes. I have YouTube TV, so I record not only all the Patriots games, I also record every single, just because it's free DVR, I record every single game across the league. So I could miss the whole first quarter and just skip through the commercials and catch up pretty quick, but it is fun watching it kind of live in real time if you can. That needs to get down. All right. That was trailing towards that OB line. 264 out of the rough. It's going to come out right. I'm going a little bit left. 3 wood. Unlikely we get it there out of the rough into the wind, but it's possible if it runs up. Either way, we're just looking for par 5, looking for a wedge shot inside of about 50, 75 yards into this, if we can. Oh, that's not going to be it. Run. That was way better result than I thought it would be. That was super low on the face. Surprised that was even that high a ball speed and 230 carry. 35 uphill. What's this green doing? Go a little bit to the left. We're looking at about 36, so anything between probably 30 and 33-ish. $33, sit. All right, caw. What's up, D-Lud? I'm not gonna get much pity about playing too much golf. TGL, no, probably not. I saw highlights that they were starting again. How many is this, like week 2 or something? Did they just start? I watched a couple weeks last year, but honestly, TGL doesn't do a ton for me. It was cool, like it's a good idea. It was cool watching the first couple, but I don't know. It's not quite there for me. Going over a friend's house tonight, so gonna try to watch some Patriots. Pretty much just the Patriots game. Get some stuff done while I'm watching the game. That's about it. Better swing there. Simmer. Let's go. Let's go. Booyah. 9 under through 11. I could see something like that. Some of these holes for that one, GT Walsh is probably hitting like a 5 wood. Yeah, you say wow crushing, and I'll probably shank this one. So that was at least one good swing for the day. We have room up here, left and right, kind of. Low on the face again, but it's fine. Honestly, don't mind. Obviously, 2600 spinny, but if that's my miss, I feel like this heavier shaft has really been helping. I'm not getting the most out of it on days that it's this cold. I honestly get better performance when I'm able to swing it quicker, but definitely a little more stable. And if that's like my spinny, low on the face, even slightly heely, still draws type of miss. So I'm flying at 260 instead of like ideally 275. 146 up to 147. Just a nice, comfortable 9-iron, as that clip says. Rather watch me than TGL. Gonna watch TGL for sure. Is this one of those where they're doing like the midday double head type of stuff, or is it just only on at night? Better on the DVR though than commercials. I feel like, I don't know, TGL is one of those things where it's almost like, I don't know, I kind of look at it as almost like, I'm not a huge baseball fan, but even basketball nowadays, like I'd rather just watch the 5-minute highlights when they put everything together at the end, like a day later, than sitting through and watching like all the commercials, all the in-between stuff. If you're fans of any of those guys, it's fun. And don't get me wrong, I've watched stuff all the way through last year. It's just TGL is not one of those things where I'm gonna set apart time and schedule time to be able to sit down and watch it by any means. If I'm like not doing anything and it happens to be on, then I'll put it on. But definitely not one of those things where I say, like with the Patriots game, like, okay, I need to be done with this so I can watch it. Definitely not. Kind of chunky. Not a ton of spin, though. Trickle. Ow. I like this not putting thing. Pretty straight, though. 13. This one we need that cheater line. Crushing it. We need to roll a straight one here. 13 up to 20. That may even be too much break. I mean, it's going to move a little. But if I push it, then that misses. I mean, those things are barely moving. Maybe I'll even one more click in. Right side of the cup. I push it a degree. Wow, that was for eagle too. That's a drop stroke. 10 under. Any of you guys catch? I know some of you were in here yesterday. Did you guys catch the 2 matches I did with Friendboy? He's a lot of fun to play with. That guy's a character. But me and him did a 2-man course record. That course was tough. I don't even remember what we shot. Maybe 10-ish? I don't even know if we got to that. We kind of stalled out on the back, but we did that, and then we played a 2v2 course record against Joe and Stabby, who are absolute ballers, and we ended up tying them at the end, but they got us on the count back, which, in terms of those course records, all right, this is up to 150. We'll try a big 9 again, I guess. I need to hit this like 145 in the air, though. In terms of course records, when we're doing like TNT and stuff like that, whoever gets the course record first, if you're not playing at the same time, whatever group gets the record first is the one that keeps it. But if you're playing at the same time, we weren't sure how it was going to work out. If we were doing like the 2v2 head-to-head for an open record, they do go on the count back But the other ones, I guess they don't do that. Whoever gets the record first keeps it. Did I aim? Yeah. 11 under, says Logistic Pro. We're trying. We're at 10. Should have been 11 there with that putt. Travel. It's got 9,000 spin on it. Stay up there. All right, caw. There's your 11. Actually, I mean, easy setup, and I like this course because it's wide open, but hitting the ball halfway decent. All right, this one, this is a tougher yardage for me. Hey, we're in first place. Some holes left, but we're in first. 177 down to 174, so it needs to be like a 170 shot, which it can't happen with the 8. The 8 has a chance to roll up, and it needs to be one of these stupid 3/4 9s, or 3/4 7s rather. What's the heat map doing? Low spot front left. Okay. So we do have a little bit of a ridge over here. Try a smooth 7. Maybe. Sit. Oh well. We'll take that. That's a tough in-between number. Hindsight, how far are we on that? 22 feet away? It's possible that if I smashed an 8 may have got there inside the circle. Yesterday was fun with the guys. I watched you play while I played 2K25 golf. Nice. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, that was fun. Like I was saying, me and Friend Boy played. We just did a 2-man record first, and then Joe and Stabby happened to be playing. So they jumped in and we did a 2v2, which those guys are really, really good. We had no business. We were joking of how many strokes they were going to give us. We had no business being as close as we were, and they had some pretty big blow-up holes for a 2-man scramble for how good those two guys are. But we were lucky to we didn't end up getting the record, but we tied them, which I think is probably almost a win in and of itself. 22. Oh, yanked that. 2.1. Go in the cup. Go in the cup. That almost went. Hopefully this isn't how my putting's going to be going. I've been putting it pretty well since Florida, and that is horrendous. Where are we going? 11 under through 14. Try to cut off some of this corner. We'll go there. Gonna try to have short-term memory with some of these putts. I'm kind of trying to play quick. We got 4 minutes before the Patriots start to play 4 holes, which won't happen, but probably miss half of the first quarter maybe by the time I break everything down and finish that other video. Toey. Stay in the rough. Should kick right. Didn't kick right. Deep rough. Love it. Okay, now that turns it into another basically 23 yards up. So 135, 138, up to 141. Can I get a pitching wedge there? It's not going to have any spin on it. No, I got to hit a smooth 9. I need like a 135-ish. And that's asking a lot for that pitching wedge right now. All right, good recovery. That was the right club. Caw. Jets are trash. They are trash, but you never know. It's still the NFL. The problem is you go into games like this and, like, I agree, should be an easy win, but they're also thinking the same thing. Hopefully Vrabel's doing his job saying, again, I don't know implication-wise in terms of standings and home field advantage and that stuff, if we need this win or not, or if it's kind of like a throwaway game. But it's still the NFL. So if you go into the week, which we've done in the past, you go into a week looking past the team, and it's not going to end up too well. But like I saw, Matt Collins is out. There was like four starters for the Patriots that aren't playing. All right, this one is a little bit tricky here. We got OB right, and we got Water left. Shout out to Ryan ASU Golf. I forgot to mention that yesterday, but he was the newest member that joined, I think, 2 days ago. Oh no. I hit it good too. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. 7.2 down. 51. Yikes. Yikes. We're right up against this wood thing. It's almost guarantee you it has a collider. Yep. Dang it. Why did I aim that far right? What's the math on this? We need another 10 out of here. We gotta get it up in the air though. It's like a 62. Try to land this like 50, 55. Hopefully we don't catch this thing, but there's a decent chance it just ricochets. All right, we will take that all day long. That was actually a little bit of a gray area there, but that was a try fly to make sure I got over that stupid wood thing. Hit it a little bit too good. That would have been a heck of a birdie save if that stayed inside the circle, but we still got a putt for birdie. I like our chance here to at least make par. Need a pass to kill this game today. I got Borregales, Henry, and Williams on my fantasy. Off to the games talk later. See you, Toast. Thanks for stopping in. Flopperooski. That was a flopportunity, kind of. That was more of just a fuller 60 than it was a flop, but all right. 11 down to 9. This thing's going to trickle. Need a straight putt here. No! That was a good putt, too. I took my time on that. How'd that not drop? That was right over the edge. That would have been huge. We're still up by 1, but that would have put us 2 in the clear with 2 holes to go. After a good recovery, too. Honestly, a pretty good drive. It just was a baby fade, and I thought I was going to draw. I hit that. I think that was 278 in the air. All right, do I like this line? I think so. Uh-oh. All right, it's fine. Stood too far away from that. Kind of lunged at it. 148 out of the rough. Uphill. It's got to be an 8. Can't get a 9 there. This rough is a little bit dynamic now. GSPro saying 9 iron, but I don't know the last time I reset those bag mappings. I mean, 10% is going to be another 14. You never know if you're going to get like 6% out of here or like 15%. So I think we want about the number. I think we want about a 150. Choke down 8. Oh, 144, and I towed it. Run. Run. Get up that hill. Caw-caw. Kind of surprised. Maybe I just like this course for how open it is, but kind of surprised at those scores. Like, I'm not even playing. I'm scoring all right, but I'm not even playing that great. The iron shots are saving me, but I would have thought JT would have been like 18 or 20. All right. Good drive here to finish it. This one, we don't want any part of that OB. We'll go there. We don't want any part of that OB on the right, just in case. And it's going right towards it. Get down. Okay. Rough. 275 though. Leaves us with 111 up to 119 out of the rough. So that'd be at least another probably 6-8 yards. 127. I think I need like a 120 shot. We're going to go choke down, pitch and wedge. What do we got up here for the green? It's possible a really full, well hit approach wedge gets there, but this is probably a better club. Rather not be short either. So 120, 125. Tugged it. Funnel off of that somehow. All right. Cool if it goes. If not, we're 2 in the lead. So even a par here, for the time being, we win by 2. Go Jets, Jets, Jets. You mean Pats, Pats, Pats? Wow, this is way downhill. 19 down 10. This is a 9-foot putt. Try that. Boom, baby. 14 under. Look at that scorecard. We will take that for sure. We somehow beat JT Walsh by 4. That's the first time I think I've ever beat him. Usually I get to this. I think it was just the fact that I had to play it so fast. He shot 10. B. Feltz, I think it was, shot 11. That was 14. That was the first time that I beat him. Usually I've gotten to that point 1, 2, 3 other times where I've been in contention with JT, and I always crumble because I get nervous. I never beat him. I think that was literally the first time I've ever beat JT. Nice round. Straight up clinic. Awesome. Appreciate it, boys. Maybe I just need to play quicker and not do so much talking in between from now on. Had a couple out there too. I know that eagle putt. I saved one with that, using that tri-fly over that wood. That could have easily bounced off that wood back further into the trees, and I could have easily had like a double or a triple there. So I definitely picked one up there. I got a couple birdies. Did I have one birdie on a par 3? The 13th hole, I probably picked one up because I birdied that. 8th hole, I picked probably one up because I birdied that par 3. The eagle obviously helped. One of those birdies, I missed that putt for an eagle. I probably left 2 or 3 shots out there, but I probably picked up a couple too. So not a whole lot of, I can't complain about that for sure. Take a look at the stats. 5 pars, 12 birdies, 1 eagle. That's about as good as it gets for me. 286 longest drive, 271. Only 6 out of 14 fairways, which isn't great. Ball speed was so-so, 156, 158. However, irons are what saved me. Putter wasn't that great. Wedges were okay, but really just those irons. I had some really good iron shots to where 16 out of 18 greens regulation. That's playing above my skill level. Granted, the course is open. I do like the course, which is part of it. So confidence-wise going into it, I knew I'd probably play pretty well, which I think has a lot to do with it. But some pretty good shots there, and obviously the 10-foot gimme helped a lot too. But 23 putts, 1 sand save, 48 minutes. That's going to do it. So, quicker one today. That was only about an hour or so. That's on the quicker side, but I want to wrap this up, get the final touches on that video, and then possibly while I'm watching the game this afternoon, get that edited and put it up for you members to see early before I release it either tomorrow or Tuesday. But I'm out of here. Hopefully your team wins, as long as you're not a Jets fan. If they're playing some decent games over Christmas yesterday, and then we got the rest of the games today. I don't know who has the game tonight and or tomorrow, but hopefully the Patriots. The game started. I have the ESPN notification. Doesn't look like anyone's scored yet, but that's it. So appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll probably be out here. We'll see tomorrow, but I'll be out here definitely on Tuesday. We're doing Tuesday Thunder because of New Year's, but just getting used to the cold weather now. But likely I'll be out here because I'm a psycho. I'll be out here at some point tomorrow doing something, maybe some twisted sticks. I want to get back into speed training, but it's tough when it's this cold out. But hopefully I'm looking forward to having things slow down a little bit outside of holiday parties. And once New Year's comes and goes, I think things will slow down a little bit, which will be nice. But appreciate you tuning in, keeping me company on a little bit of speed golf. Pretty good round, one of my better rounds as of late. Got to work on rolling some straighter putts. Putting wasn't that great, but what are you gonna do? Can't have everything working at the same time. Everything was good enough to shoot 14 under, I guess. I've also never won. I've never even come close to winning my own league. So maybe, unless some baller happens to come in and shoot 15, what was my count? What would my count back be? I think did I have a better front or a better back? I'm clear by 3 strokes. I went 28-30, so I had a pretty decent back nine. That eagle definitely helped. We'll see if that holds up. Maybe D-Lud is licking his chops over there. If D-Lud's still watching or he was watching before, maybe he'll come in and fire an absolute unreal number. But I may just happen to squeak out a win for my own league. But I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next one.